We're live a minute and a half early. We are live a minute and a half early. Oh my god. Welcome to episode 1, guys. Episode 1 of Let's Make a Game. Never mind that we've done this 15 times on the channel already. Never mind that we've already done stuff in this project for like a bunch of episodes. Don't worry about that. We had episode question mark, we had episode 0, and now we have episode numero uno. That means 1 in Spanish. Let me share some links very quickly, and then I'll do like other stuff. I'll do cool stuff. I'll do all of the coolies. Okay, it's in the Discord. And then we go to the Twitters. Posted on Twitter. Posted. Done. Okay, cool. Let me. There we go. Recording. Oh my god, we're recording. How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and I'm joined the lovely, beautiful T.
Hi.
Oh no. Hold on. Sorry, honey.
Nobody can hear me.
Oh, wait. Try again.
Hi.
There you are.
Can you hear me?
Oh my god.
Can anybody hear me?
They can hear you now. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm glad that we had you say hi, because then we know to turn the volume up.
Yeah.
Cool. It's also good that I have a loop back so I can hear us, because I love the sound of my own voice. That way I can tell when you're not on or I'm not on. Like, I can't hear any snare in my headphones.
I'm always on.
I'm always on. How are you guys doing today? What's up? How are you guys working? How's your projects coming along? How's the work? Electra Ninja's Lab was here 5 minutes ago saying Zidane Dioni. I don't know what that means. Carbon Macaroni, back to you. Joan Elias, hey, how you doing? Poca Latte, Phoenix Fire Games, Ellen Edwin, Patrizel, Ms. Lily 200, and Vino. Good afternoon, everybody. I got to sleep in today. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Sleeping in, thumbs up. Oh yeah. When you guys, everyone has their own processes.
Processes.
Yeah. Poca Latte hasn't bought MZ yet. Oh my god. Get on it. I mean, unless you're working on your project in MV and you're about to finish it, then I would say finish it in MV, and then later on for the new project, buy MZ. What kind of game am I making? It's an RPG. Go figure. Yeah, it's an RPG. It's a clicker RPG. There's not a lot of clicking yet, but there will be. In fact, let's do that. Let's make that happen. Should I load A-Sprite for the clicky clickies? Should I do it in A-Sprite? No. What if we just use, what if, like, we use icons? Waffles with a $2 super chat. Hey, Waffles. He says, woof. He just shows up with a big, look at big dog. Big dog. Big daddy, big dog Waffles. Big dog daddy Waffles. Big daddy waffle dog. No, big daddy Waffles dog. No, big Waffles daddy dog. No,
Big
daddy's
Waffles daddy dog.
Daddy's big Waffles dog. No, shit. We're working on it. Ellen Edwin, doing good but having problems publishing my game on itch. I'm thinking about posting it on Steam instead as a free-to-play game. Here's the thing about Steam, Ellen Edwin, you still have to pay to put it on Steam. So itch is great. I love itch. What problems are you having specifically? I predict that some people will have problems with file size because itch does limit file size, but here's what you can do. There are third-party softwares out there that lets you distribute your file, your entire, like it's an installer. You might have to make an installer. So you make an installer and you distribute those files in RAR files or 7-zip files or zip files, and you can compress them slightly. You're not trying to compress the file size so much. You're just kind of splitting it up. So if you have 5 gigs, you can have 5 downloads of 1 gig or whatever the limit is. Do you know the limit, the upload limit? Is it 2 gigs? For itch? Yeah, when you upload your project, you know how it says it has a limit?
I think it's 1.
1 gig?
I think so.
Yeah. It's not that
remember.
It's not that much. But what you can do, I'm pretty sure, is you can have several different files up to the cap or like slightly under the cap, and then you can make an installer that will read those 5, 6, 7 files or however many files to install your game, no matter the file size. Whew. So that's possible, Ellen. You could try to look at that. It's the file size. Big Daddy Dog Waffles. There you go. Yeah, the 1 gig file size. Okay, let me help you find some software. Split my files into multiple files. How to split a large file into smaller parts. First up, click the file you want to split into smaller pieces. Then select 7-zip, add to archive. Give your archive a name. Under split to volumes, bytes, input the size of split files you want. There are several options in the drop-down menu, although they may not correspond to your large file. So let's do an example of this. I'm going to go to Game, Open Folder, and then I'm going to put the entire drift clicker in an archive. And if I go to Properties, we see that the entire project's only 500 megabytes, so it would work, but let's say it's 5 gigs. Let's pretend it's 10 times the size that it is. So we would go like this, and we would say, add 7-zip, add to archive. Okay, did you follow me there? Now, where's the split? I've never done it, but I know about it. Split to volumes and bytes. So here you can say, what's the limit size? 1,000 megabytes. But of course, I'm going to go 100 megabytes because we're going to pretend that it's a tenth. Or yeah, we're going to pretend it's 10 times bigger than it is. So we're going to pretend that I picked 1 gig instead of 100 megs. And then we're going to say, okay. So we're going to split this into several different files. Well, it's not like, it's just copying it, right? And then it's creating a bunch of zip files. And then you can upload those zip files individually. 1 gig, 1 gig, 1 gig, 1 gig. And then you can have people download it like that. And then I'm curious how they install it, though. Does it make the installation process harder? Let's look at that. Or would it be as simple as extracting all of the files into the same folder? That's what I think it would be. It'd just extract all, right? So there we go. We have drift clicker rpg.zip .004, 003, 001, and 002. So afterwards, we have these 4 files. So what happens then? Like, how do we... Oh, okay, I guess we just remove the dot... We'll say part 1, pt1. Yes, I want to change it. And then we go here and we delete the 002. And we're going to call it pt2. Yes, I want to change it. Repeat this process. Here's 3. Part 3. Right. And then here's part 4. RPG part 4. Yeah. And now you upload these 4 files individually. And I think that should let you put it on itch. Refresh chat. Oh shit. Okay, sorry about that. Hold on.
Oh, by the way, if you're really intent on getting it on itch and it's too big and you absolutely positively can't shrink it, you can also message Lefo and you message the itch team and they can what do you call it?
Make exceptions?
Yeah, they make exceptions. But I mean, you should be able to get your game folder smaller than that. It'd have to be a pretty enormous game to warrant that size.
50 knock super chat from Warp Enigma. Whoop whoop. Hello, y'all crazy lovable people. Whoop whoop. Hope your day is more than great. Whoop 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 whoop. Love from the Enigma. Also smash that like button. Whoop 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 whoop.
Thank you, Warp.
He's got a lot of sirens on his car.
Got a lot of
He drives by. He's like whoop 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 whoop.
Lots of whoop whoops.
Yeah, let's get that one down. Oh, I didn't plug this in. Let's plug this in. That's what she said. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. So, wait, who had this problem? Ellen Edwin? Ellen, did you try this? Did you pay attention here? Did you see what I did here? This might work for you, and that way you don't have to bother the devs of itch. And instead, you can just upload individual files, like boom, 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 boom. I just put my 500 megabyte file into 4 different ones. So So you've got 100, 100, 100, and then 85. And you could do the same thing for a 1 gig limit. You just do like 1,000 megabytes, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and then like whatever, 400 left, whatever it is. Tia's here. Yeah, she's working though.
Hi.
Dejika stole her from me. Savage. Okay, I'm going to delete these zip files because I don't need them, but I thought it would be an interesting process. Ellen says, yes, I paid attention. Cool. Good job. Hopefully that works for you. If you have any more issues, please let me know, and maybe we'll find a solution to those problems. Adding a bunch of duck videos to my game files to hit the 5 gig download mark. Damn. Just add like 10 hours of never gonna hurt her, a shabba dabba deep up boo. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Shabba
shabba deep bop.
Yeah, it's too good. It's too good. I gotta be careful. What is T doing for Dejika? She's doing a lot of stuff for Dejika. She's doing support tickets.
Wow. I mean, I'm not doing that much.
She's doing everything. I'm just kidding. No, she's not. She does do a ton though.
Support tickets.
She does support tickets. What else do you do for Dejika?
See, I don't do that much.
No, you do other stuff. Oh, you're working on the DLCs.
Yeah.
Not like your own
No,
DLCs.
I'm not, no.
You're working on
I'm just looking at them, making sure they're good.
You know what I see her doing a lot of times? Reading EULAs like constantly. And I'm like, this looks so boring. I don't see how you want this
Yeah,
job.
it's a common question. Like, does the EULA allow for this? And before I can answer, I have to be absolutely 100% sure that I know what I'm talking about. So even though I've read it like 16 times this week, I have to read it a 17th time.
Just to look at one specific thing.
Yep.
Again. Yeah. It's endlessly reading end users license agreements and responding to people through RPG Maker Web, and she works a lot. And, you know, I've had a tough time with it, actually, to be honest with you. I've had a rough time dealing with you know, not having her there to do a lot of things for me. And she's doing other stuff now. So it's it's like I've lost an employee, kind of, slightly. Of course, she's not like my employee. She's my partner.
Driftwood Gaming, too. I mean,
she still does a ton of work.
I do a ton of work.
Yes. She's a busy gal.
I think I worked all day yesterday, but it's okay because I love my job, so it's not bad.
It's not that bad, yeah.
It's not bad.
Miss Lily, it sounds rough. Well, emotionally, I have my own issues, like we all do. And so there's rough patches, but overall, I think I'm handling it okay. We're definitely we have had some growing pains, you know, and,
any monumental shift in like our schedule or our day-to-day is going to cause
and switching jobs
pains.
is going to cause problems with, you know, lots of things because you're changing, and people fear change.
Yeah, and I have this thing that I can do. It's called hyperfocus. So when I start working, I get into my hyperfocus mode, and I just like block everything else out.
Yeah, that's part of something you've got going on upstairs.
ADD.
Yeah. And
you either can't focus on anything, or you can only focus on one thing.
And quite often, it's like conversations and sentences fall upon deaf ears.
Yes.
Which is okay.
I mean, that happens normally, but it gets magnified.
It's magnified, yeah. Lost a partner, but still got a wife. No, I wouldn't say I've lost a partner.
No.
I would say that now I share her with Dejika, and that bothers me a little bit. But
I'm just working a lot more, because here's the thing. I'm actually working more for Driftwood Gaming, too, with the tutorials that we're doing.
Right, but that's going to slowly fade out because you bit off more than you can really chew.
I was working on a tutorial last night until 3 a.m. and it posted today at 12.
Yes. So we did do a buffer period where we were like 2 weeks ahead. I'm still a week ahead. I'm still 6 days ahead.
I was like 3 weeks ahead at one point.
You were at first before we started posting them. We were stockpiling them, and we were really going crazy because we had so much content and we couldn't post it because of NDAs.
Yeah, we had folders full of tutorials, and people would be asking questions, and we're like,
we can't tell you yet. We already recorded a video about that. It was torture.
It was
Waffles,
torture.
take care. Thank you so much. He says he's got to start driving. Drive safe, man.
Yeah, drive safe, Waffles. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I mean, today, obviously we're just talking with the chat right now, but as far as the game is going, it's going slowly. I want to make some maps and start, not maps, but like I need to make more scenes and set it up so the player can have some place to initially start and get their first like intro to the game, kind of. I guess like you build your character and then you're put into the world, but there's no world to put them into yet. So I have to make the world, and it's going to be different from what you've seen before if you've played any RPGs ever. There are a few games like what I'm going to make in this one, and some of them are actually mobile games. But I don't plan to make this a mobile game. It's just an RPG maker clicker game. And you could probably play it on mobile by the end of it. I think I don't really care for that. If I did, I would start with the idea of putting it on mobile from the beginning. But what happens is you sacrifice things and you end up with a watered down project at the end of, when it's time to deploy. Song of the Loot says tutorials have been top notch. Thank you both so much. You're welcome, Song of the Loot. Thank you for the shout out and whatnot. Thank you for telling us about that. We love you back. Thank you. I need art. That's the thing. But I could use existing art. Oh, I have an idea. What if I take the battle backgrounds and then just copy paste those into the pictures and display them as pictures? That might work. I might have to stretch them, actually. I do have to stretch them, but that's an easy process. Let's do that real quick. I have Photoshop. Let's make stuff happen. A 50 Nox super chat from Warp Enigma. He says, I has visitor, so I will have to go, but you are all in my heart. Love from the Enigma. Warp out, and also smash that like button. Thank you so much, Warp Enigma. Have a good one, and hopefully your friend enjoys your company as much as we do. Skepsis D says, I know how you feel. I'm building all my base assets, so I have something to put in the scenes. Song of the Loot wants you to know before you go, Warp Enigma, that we've licked that button. Okay, open. Let's, no. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new one because some of them are encrypted in weird ways. I'm going to go 1280 by 720. Why? Because that's the resolution of my game, and I'm going to use this as backdrop. Then I'm going to place some artwork in here by placing an embedded image. And I'll navigate to the folder where those images are stored. I'm going to take the MZ battle backgrounds. Hear me out now. Hear me out now. Because they will make really good backdrops. Really, really good backdrops. IMG. Battlebacks 1. And then we can, let's see, I wanted a forest to start in, because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, we're going to start in a forest, and we're going to have amnesia, because no one's ever done that before. Where's the most foresty one? Grasslands, grass maze. I guess Battle Backgrounds 2 would make more sense for that, huh? But you know what? Let's go with just regular grasslands. Strange that you don't have like a foresty type of thing, do you? Because you see, yeah, there's no forest or jungle. That's strange. Why is there no forest or jungle backdrop? Okay, hold on. Let's click this, and I'm just going to resize it like this. And I'm moving it a bit so it does look customized slightly. I mean, you're going to recognize it if you know what you're looking at, but it will be slightly changed, right? Because I've moved it and zoomed in and whatnot. Just ever so slightly. And this is good enough. This is all you would need for the scene if you wanted to put someone in an open field. So I'm going to save this as a PNG inside of pictures because I probably am going to draw it. Oh, no. Parallax. We don't need to draw it. We can just put it in the parallax and have the map bring it up itself. We're not going to use Photoshop files. JPEGs are for like uploading to thumbnails on the internet, but for art, we want PNG. Why? Well, it's technical. Usually it's because alpha data. You need some place to store the alpha data. PNG provides a location to store that memory. And this will be grass field I think I'll preface all of them with backdrop underscore grass field PNG. Large file size, fastest saving. Medium file size, smallest file size, slowest saving. I don't care about the time it takes into saving the file. We want the smallest file size, right? I mean, with the 12 core processing setup, it doesn't matter. The slowest saving is still like done. So let's take a look at this in game now. We have a backdrop. I'll create a new map, and we're gonna call this one Grass Field, and I'll just say open field for the game. The width, this is a good thing to write down. If you're using a 16:9 aspect ratio and you just want a screen that will fill that resolution without any moving around, 28:15 will do that. You do have like half of a tile of play, but the reason why that is okay is this gives you a center. If you set your width to, wait, you would need an odd number for a center, don't you? So it would be 29:15. So 28:15 is when you don't really care to have a dead center. So 29:15, 27:15, or 28:15 would be good. 16:9 aspect ratio when you're referring to 1280:720. Now, if you're going 1920:1080, then it would be a lot higher. However, you shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't do 1080p in RPG Maker. I've never seen a single game done right or well in 1080p. They've all been shit. So every time I play a game in 1080p on RPG Maker, it sucks. So I'm just saying, probably want to downscale instead of upscaling when it comes to these old school RPGs. Regardless, let's go to Parallax Background, and we're going to use the backdrop, grass field, and I want to see how that looks in game. So I'm just going to set my party's starting position right here and just jump into game to see what happens here. Okay, it looks great. You know, it looks just fine. And do we have a region plugin? I believe I've already used, we have that, right? Region restriction. Region restriction. That would probably be in the core engine. Is that in the core engine now? Is that additional thing? Hold on. Picture comments, gamma, both debugger skills. Somebody knows where region restriction would be in MZ now, right? Options, message, menu, events. Why not use Battleback 2 Forest? We will. We're going to use a lot of them. I'm creating them like... I'm not being too picky. I'm just going to create a bunch of them. That way I can jump around from scene to scene. But right now, I want to draw region restrictions. Quality of life settings. Standard. The problem with super plugins is everything is embedded inside of itself, and it's like if you're looking for something specific, you better know where it's at, or you might spend some time looking for it. Nicola Ongaro says, yeah, I noticed it just today and I wondered where it was. We're referring to region restriction, by the way. Menu layout, parameter, title, user interface, window, experimental parameters, shake screen. So I don't see it in here, really. Plugin parameters. Marcus Jackson asks, do you know if we'll be able to download resource packs into the Switch version of MV? I don't think so. You're going to have to buy... Well, no, you can. You can't make your own and put them in. But the official ones that are purchasable, you can buy them on the Switch store and import them, I believe, yeah. Is 1080 the size of the screen song? Yeah, we're talking about the resolution of the screen. So you can change that in the core engine somewhere. Actually, you can change that inside the game itself. Go to the database in System 2, and you can change your screen width and the screen height. And the user interface area width and height as well. Keep them the same if you wanted to kind of maximize the screen. I typoed with my mouth. But yeah, you can change it right here. 1280 by 720 is a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, and it's called standard high definition. And I'm just going to go with that. I think that's going to look good, and when you maximize, it'll be full screen, and it'll be fine, and it won't be too big where everything looks super small, and you'll still be able to read all the chat and everything, and it'll run on older machines, and I just think it's probably the better resolution to go with. It'll be more optimized because you're rendering less pixels, yada, 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 reasons and reasons and reasons. Is 16 by 9 ideal for mobile games and your streams? 16 by 9 is ideal for most common monitors right now, because most common monitors are built into a 16 by 9 like optimized setting. However, you can change your resolutions if you just go to your Windows properties and display properties and change it. You don't have to run 16 by 9, but I'm going to say 90% chance you're running a 16 by 9 resolution right now on your monitor. It's probably 1920 by 1080 or some iteration of a 16 by 9 like 1280 by 720 or something in between there. What's up, your bro? So the question that Polka Latte asked is 16 by 9 ideal for mobile games and your game streams? Well, it's two different questions. For mobile games, it depends. Do you want a landscape or a portrait? Because if you're doing a landscape, then 16 by 9 works perfectly for holding your phone sideways. If you're doing portrait, 16 by 9 doesn't quite work because, well, obviously that would be a tiny little box with giant lettermans. But you can do 9 by 16 if you're doing portrait. So 9 by 16 would also work on a phone resolution, a mobile game resolution, if you flip those numbers around. So you're going to go with 1080 by 1920, and now you have a very long on the Y, that's what she said, aspect ratio, like a big giant tall slender screen like your phone. Yeah, so 16 by 9 is great, and you want to probably aim to put your game in a 16 by 9 resolution regardless of its actual numbers. You could do like super pixelated, and then what would be like 192 by 108. That's the resolution of your screen. Obviously, don't do that. That's terrible. But you could just reduce like 1280 by 720 in half, and that would look good too. For example, 1280, that would be 640, right? 640 by 360. 640 by 360 is a really good resolution. And if you're doing a mobile game, 360 by 640 would be a really good resolution. You'll still get to see the pixel art. It'll be like kind of zoomed in. Anyway. For everyone interested, says VeroClaw, today is the PS5 showcase, TV channel 3 Eastern Standard Time. Cool. You know what I noticed about PlayStation? They make their older systems, they push the software updates before they announce the PS5. Or before they do this every time. Before they announce their new software, their new hardware, gosh damn it. Before they announce their new hardware, they always push software updates to their older hardware that slows them fucking way down. It disables, like, it messes with your controller, it messes with your keyboard. My keyboard no longer works on the PS4. Like, I fucking hate how they do it. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. But you know what? It makes them more money, so they don't fucking care. And they're going to do it anyway. And you're going to buy their system because they don't give a shit. So this is what happens. They put in software to slow down your hardware right before the release of a new hardware to make you feel like, oh, the old one is so slow. I have to buy the new one. And that's marketing, bro. You are not a person. You are a motherfucking consumer when it comes to PlayStation. And in many companies, many corporations, almost all of them, they don't care. They will slow down your phone. They will slow down your operating systems. They will push in software updates to slow down your system to a crawl to make you need to buy the new hardware. And it's really not your hardware that slows down. It's all the software that they purposefully make it slow and frustrating to make you buy the new shit. Okay, rant over. We got a $13.50 Canadian dollar super chat from your bro. Got to get back to work. See you guys later. Take care. Take care, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Epic rant. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're making them backdrops. I think also I should name them to help me. I'll say like BD backdrop, BD underscore grass field, and then like for the display, the player will just see like open field and blah 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 blah. But for me, I'll be like boom 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 backdrop backdrop backdrop. Actually, I should do that. Let's go new game. This is a folder. I'm going to create a map as a folder, and I'm going to call it backdrops. And I like using capitals for folders when I'm doing this. And I kind of put them towards the top too. So I'll go this, this, this. You can reorganize your left-hand side. It doesn't change your map numbers on the JSON. It just reorganizes them for your display purposes. I'm going to put this in backdrops. And now we have it set up right. So I have my junk folder, which is a bunch of crap, and this is just for testing purposes, and I'll probably remove this entire folder and all these maps when we get into the deployment phase. And then this is the debug area where I'll put in events that I need to copy paste, take out of, and put them back in, and I don't want to delete them, and just like a temporary placeholder for stuff. And then the backdrops, we're going to have all of our game maps essentially. And here's our opening scenes and other parallels. And maybe I'll make another backdrop for cutscenes if I feel like doing a cutscene. Song of the Loot says, when money supplants the product, you lose the trust of your fans. Well, that happened a long time ago for me. I've been a PC gamer for a while now. And even though I have purchased a PS3 and I did purchase a 360, that's where they lost me. That's where the console generation completely lost me. I did not purchase a PS4. I did not purchase any Microsoft thing after the 360, and I don't plan to buy a PS5 or any new Xbox that's coming out or any of that shit. If I buy anything, I don't know. I might pick up a Switch. Now, I haven't yet, and I don't plan to, but if I were to say like one console that I would buy in the future, I don't know, maybe a Switch. If I had to pick one in the future, I'd pick up a Switch probably, just because it's got a great like community, I think, because you have all of these devs, you have a bunch of people who are putting their games on Switch. I think I would go with Switch because of the games. It's always been about the games for me. Yeah, Nintendo's going to get it this time around for my opinion of who's in the lead, what do I think is doing the best Nintendo. Now, just a few years ago, I would say Nintendo doesn't know what the hell they're doing. They got their head up their ass. They're like shutting down channels for just streaming Mario and all kinds of shit like that. But they changed their mind on that. They ditched their Nintendo partnership program, and now you can just stream Mario Brothers if you want to, because they understand it's free marketing. And I'm going to have to say, because of that, I also jumped back on the Nintendo bandwagon. Marcus Jackson says he loves his. I'm assuming he's referring to his Switch. Anyway. Oh, yeah.
Switch is the only console that actually tempted me to buy it recently. But not enough to
do it.
Yeah.
Right, but it was like, if I had to pick up one, it would be the Switch, yeah.
You see, I love the Wii so much. The original Wii is my favorite console aside from... I don't know, I'd say my first favorite console was definitely the Nintendo. Just the straight up first Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then PS2.
Oh, PS2 was such a good system. You had so many good games on the PS2.
Yes.
Maybe one of the best.
And then after that is Wii, because you could get all those games on the Wii. You could get the Nintendo games, you could get the Sega games, you could get the PS2 games. They were all on the Wii.
Yeah.
And
the store was really...
The store was great.
It was really good.
But and then it got stupid. Like, a lot of the games disappeared, and then it got shut down.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get the games while they were hot, well, too bad. And then PS3 sold Suikoden for a little while. Mm-hmm. It was the only way to get a legal copy of Suikoden, as far as I know, in the past... 15,
I mean, you could eBay.
15 years? Yeah, without paying...
official...
Right. Well, you could buy a used one, but they're like $300, $400. Some of them are even more than that. They're expensive. And you have to have the console to play it. In
California, I have an giant army box filled with consoles and games and adapters and power supplies to I have 3 Super Nintendos, a bunch of Nintendos. I have an Atari, the 2600. I have all kinds of shit. I mean, I don't use it, and it's 3,000 miles from me.
Yeah, and it's really heavy. And
it's at my parents' house, my dad's house, and if he decides to burn it, I don't even care. But I do have all that stuff across the country. I mean, I imagine I'll just tell him to sell it at some point.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, we got one backdrop in. Let's do another backdrop. Someone mentioned the forest one, so let's get that one. File. Open. Oh, you know what? I could use the same file. I mean, I could use the same thing. Let me just do a new layer. And then I'll file, place an embedded image. And it's in that same folder, so yeah, it should be easy. It should be easy. And then we'll go to Battlebacks 2 and select the forest. And I could just do this like so. Bam. And now I can save this file as a different image. Just a PNG. And I'll put this in Parallaxes. And we're going to call it Backdrop Forest. Say OK. Create a new map, and we'll call it backdrop_forest.
Yeah, you could buy it on the PlayStation 4. All the Sucodens, you could buy them for like a few months. They were available for part of a year, and then they were taken down again. Very, very sad. Like, I want everybody to play at least one Sucoden game, one good one. So definitely, if you're gonna play one Sucoden game, make sure it's either 2 or 3. 'Cause 5 is good too. It's very long though. But they're all very good games. 4, it's not Sucoden. I don't know what they were thinking with that game. It's a dumpster fire. But, and 1 is okay. But 2, 3, and 5 are the best. I wish everybody could play a Sucoden game, but you can't even buy one. Even if you want to try it, it's just not available. It's very sad.
Yeah. Sad times.
Sad times.
Marcus Jackson says PS3 was also the only way, until the recent Switch release, to get Scott Pilgrim's game.
Who's Scott Pilgrim? What is that? I don't know what that is. It sounds pilgrimy. Is it about a pilgrimage?
I don't remember. I've heard the name before. It's
is it
very
about
familiar.
Coming to America?
No.
No?
No. The forest is very jungly, in my opinion. I wish there was another one. Yeah, it does kind of seem more jungle than forest, doesn't it?
It's a tropical forest.
It's a tropical forest, for sure.
But you know what?
Giant
If the
fan
person who
leaves.
drew the Battleback comes from an area where that's what their forests look like, then I'm not surprised.
Yeah. It's the Gamer movie.
The Gamer movie?
Doesn't help me.
Yep, no clue.
It was a retro-style beat 'em up.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim. Does it have a title? Can you tell us the title?
What
of the
about the name of the game?
Yeah, that might help. The maker of the only maker of a game that I know the name of is Toby Fox.
I know the name of a lot of games makers.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't remember that well. Like, I don't remember who sang a song or who acted in a movie. I don't remember that stuff. It's terrible, but I just can't.
Yeah, but you remember all kinds of obscure information.
I do. I remember that the pus pack inside of a pig's foot is called triglycerides.
Do
yes,
you?
Monotriglycerides, which is
Do
a
you
common
really?
preservative found in your food. So go ahead and find some processed food in your refrigerator. Look at the ingredient list, and if you see monotriglycerides on there, it's pus. It's found in the inside of a pig's hoof.
Oh. Okay. Damn.
There's a random fact for you. But I can't remember who made what game.
Damn. Monotriglycerides, huh?
Oh, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Okay, never heard of it.
I have. I heard of it, but I didn't know it was even a game or anything. I've heard the name Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Like, okay.
Yeah?
Is that a movie, a sitcom?
So
or
is it a
what
platformer beat 'em up?
It's a beat 'em up.
A beat 'em up. Okay. I don't really play a lot of beat 'em ups.
Yeah, but it's like,
about it.
River City Ransom. That's a beat 'em up.
It is, but it's also an RPG game. Ha 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 ha. I won that fight. I won that battle.
Right. I resigned. I conceded to that, saying that, okay, River City Ransom can be technically an RPG. I'll give you that one.
It's got a story and it's got stat building.
Excuse me. Jacob Burkhart says it started as a graphic novel, then a movie. He has a lot of video game references. It was a movie first, says Phoenix Fire Games. Ooh, we've got a debate going on here. What was it? Cool. I need to make more backdrops, so I'm going to do that. Let's load another one. Maybe something for inside the town. Let's do this.
Avery's amazing. I've seen Avery, like she'll tell you that she started with Franken editing in her pixel art, and now she's making trees, like straight up making trees. Do you guys know how hard it is to pixel a damn tree?
Nah.
It's like pro level. If you could pixel a tree, you are a pixel artist.
Easy.
Yeah, well, I mean, if the tree looks good. Her trees look good.
I can make a tree right now in 10 seconds.
All her stuff looks good.
I didn't say it was going to look
cool.
good, though.
She's done so many free art assets for the community over the years. It's an overwhelming amount of things.
Town 1.
Everybody on this stream should go find Avery's thread on the forum and just post something nice about her and thank her for everything she's done. You guys should all do that. There's a few more creators, you know, when you're doing that, you don't get a lot of thanks. You get a few here and there, and you get a lot of people downloading it, but not a lot of people thanking you. And I know of 3 off the top of my head that have made an enormous amount for MV, and that's Hidden One, Avery, and White Dragon.
Yeah, they're awesome. Big shout outs.
Absolutely. Very cool people.
This is going to be called Backdrop.
White Dragon doesn't even require that you credit her if you use her stuff.
Backdrop Town 1. Yeah, boy. Let's create a new map.
Journalize, do you make assets? Do you have a thread on the forum? I'll definitely take a look and leave a positive comment. I like leaving happy chipper comments on people's forum threads where they're giving away stuff.
You do.
I do.
We'll just call it Town until I think of like storyline names and stuff, or just gonna be very generic. Do 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 do.
Oh, you're Candace?
Do, do, do.
Candace.
Wait, did I not
Candace
save it?
Eyes. Oh gosh, how do you say your name?
Save as. Did I save? Oh, I saved this in turn.
I know your work. I think I have commented on your
as
thread.
a PSD.
I have to look now.
I'm a big dumb
Must
boy.
check.
There we go. That's better.
You left a nice comment on mine. Thank you. I remember that.
Bam. There we go. See, we're getting there. We've got.
I
3
better have left a
backdrops
nice.
now.
I did. I left a comment.
Grassfield, the forest, the town 1. Jonah Lai says this is Candace's.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I called your trees sexy. I love trees.
Those are some sexy trees. Look at the curves on those trees.
Gosh, you've been doing some really good stuff for MV. Like, I mean, I'm sure you were doing really good stuff for MZ. I'm sure you were doing good stuff for MV and possibly XP and who even knows how far back. But damn, those trees are sexy.
Damn those sexy trees. This is Jonah Lies.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Also, I don't know how to say your name. I'm terribly sorry.
Candace's.
Candace's? Yeah, on the forums. Great work. Beautiful. Oh, I said it right? Awesome. Or no, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. It's fine. So apparently there's the PS5 showcase at 3, so we should probably just end it at 3. Now that I'm thinking about that. They usually get a big response, and I would expect a dip. So let's make some more backdrops.
Everybody go to Candace's thread and say something nice too. Look at her stuff. It's amazing. Look at these trees. They're some of the best trees I've ever seen in my life.
Some of the best trees ever.
Trees are so hard to make. You know, that was the first thing. I was like, oh, I'm going to make art. When I first started with MV.
And you went straight to trees?
I was like, yeah, I'm going to make a tree. So I took this was my bright idea. I took a picture of a tree.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I'm going to draw over this picture of a tree.
That's sick.
And it reminds me of that meme of the hand tutorial where the guy's like, just do this. And the person follows the tutorial and it looks like not like a hand at all.
Or draw the owl. It's
Yeah.
like, draw 2 circles. And then step 3, draw the rest of the fucking owl.
Well, that was when I realized that I'm not a pixel artist and I'm not good at it. And I have gotten better, but I still don't think I could do a tree. That sounded wonderful. Drifty's dying.
I'll be right back.
He's got to pee. He'll be right back. You know, it's funny. I'm looking at your trees right now, Candace's what should I call you? Joannelize? I don't know how to say that. Anyways, I'm looking at your tree, and one of the first custom assets I made was a really crappy apple tree. It's actually on a thread. Well, I may have deleted it. I don't know if I deleted it. Hold on. I'm going to look. It was bad. I was like, hey, everybody, have my bad art assets.
All right. That was a massive sneeze. It like almost threw me out of my chair.
It made you have to pee.
I went like, and I like almost flew out of my chair.
It was a pee sneeze.
And it got me. And then I'm like, well, I'm almost out of my chair anyway. And my body was like, well, I have to pee now anyway, so I might as well get up. And that's what happened. But I'm back now, so don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Does that look good? That looks good, huh? That looks good. That's a cave. I stretched it out. That's what she said.
Oh, I'll give you a link in a moment. I'm going to go back to that. I'm still looking for my terrible apple trees.
Okay.
They're buried, rightfully so, because they're terrible.
Backdrop. Cave 1.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
It's got to be in here somewhere.
Oh, wait. I'm trying to place. No, I want to file save as.
How common is the word mediocre?
Mediocre.
Did I spell it wrong? Oh.
Schmeek. BD_town1. Down 1.
Did I leave the tree? Oh, I did. This is awful. All right, I'm going to send you this. You have to like show this.
Backdrop _cave. Cave. Done. Let's look at it in the game. Get in the game. New. 28 by 15.
Can you look in the amalgamation channel real quick and show off my terrible trees?
Sure. Absolutely.
Now the base tree, I must say, is not made by me. It was made by White Dragon. And the apple was made by Candy Coated Response. I just put them together and I thought I was clever.
Oh, you know what I'm noticing?
Okay, where's the other one?
28 is 1 extra tile. Oh yeah, sorry. Fucking forget. Sorry. Where?
In amalgamation.
Amalgamation.
Uh-huh.
Why there?
Because I don't know.
Okay. Should have been an art museum because this is a piece of art.
Oh yeah.
Sick art.
Sure. You say so.
Look at that apple tree.
Trapple tree. Well, the art itself is great. It's great. Like the apple and the tree, but what I did to it was an abomination.
This is the trapple tree.
The trapple tree.
Everyone observe in wonder, in awe, the trapple tree. Yes. It's magnificent, glorious. Glory. Sweet, delicious glory.
Those apples sell it. See, what I did actually with the apple tree was kind of cool. Even though just my putting apples on top of the tree was really lame. In the game itself, which I did this like the first week I had MV, I went into the animation editor. I made like an animation sprite sheet with an apple at pretty much every possible angle. And if you threw a rock at the tree, the apples would fall from the tree and actually roll on the ground, which was pretty cool. That's still kind of cool.
I liked it.
But the whole throwing apples on an existing tree, it's kind of sad.
Maybe I do 27. Was there a reason why I chose 28? Because if you look at that, the image in the editor... Oh, wait. Hold on. Does this play different? Yeah, it does. Okay. Huh. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't move my character, so I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? What I didn't want is the black borders along the edge. So if I do 28, what happens is it gets rid of those Letterman lines, doesn't it? Or no, that's a game res. Yeah, it's a game res. I think 27 is actually more accurate. Plus, you can give a center. Oh, I'm a little snuffy now that I sneezed. Blech. All right. We've got 4 backdrops. Didn't I just make another one? A cave or something? That was the cave. Okay, let's make another one. Every time Drifty sneezes, one of my cat jumps. I'm sorry about that.
That's amazing. There must be something in the room because I'm feeling sniffly too.
Gosh, I
Like-
don't know what happened. I was fine just a second ago.
We have an air conditioner. We have an air conditioner in the window, so some pollen may be getting in. Or not pollen, not this time of year. Maybe leaf mildew? I don't know. Something.
It's alright though. Alright, the next one. Open. Let's get another backdrop. We need lots of backdrops. Parallax. Desert. Let's get the desert backdrop. Oh, did I open? I don't want to open. Close it. Instead, I want to create a new layer and just place. I guess we could use the castle. But underneath this layer, we need a different ground. Probably like sand or something. Backdrops 1. Yeah, let's go with sand. There we go. I guess I'll just, yeah, okay. This will be backdrop underscore sandcastle. Hey, it's a sandcastle. Save it. Got him. MZ. Who is the hero of the game? I don't know. I don't have a hero of the game yet. The hero is the actor that the player makes. 28.
Okay, now that I talked about it, you gotta show it off.
Sand Castle.
In the amalgamation, I made a little video. You could show the apples falling.
Okay. Boom. There we go. Got another one. Hey, we're adding maps today, guys. This is great. The only thing I would like to see is some Region restriction. I probably already have it. I just don't even know where it's at. Does region restriction exist yet for MZ?
Yes, it's in the core.
It's in the core.
It's in the movement and event core from Visual
Sick.
Amalgamation. Yep. So this is the Apple animation scene that I was talking about.
Bang!
Wait,
Full screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let that big one have it. Bang! Oh, nice. You got some. Good throw, but yeah.
That's it.
Let's look at that animation again.
It's funny how the apples fall from above the tree.
Yep. I like it. It's good that they
like,
fall from above because then they have somewhere to go.
it was so hard, like, not having any knowledge of...
It's like the first event you ever made,
It was one of the first things I ever did.
and you decided you needed custom art for it.
Yep.
That's sick.
I like to torture myself, apparently.
Good job, good job. Oh, yeah. It's in the core, huh? Where in the core? Image loading, menu background settings, parameter settings. You said it's in the core, right?
Yeah.
Where?
It's in the message and event core.
Message. Oh, it's not the core engine. The message core.
Not message. Damn it. Events and movement. See, I had half of it right. A movement.
Events move core.
My brain work right. It does the work right things sometimes.
Yeah. Region ruling. Here we go.
Yeah.
I've already set it up too. I just don't remember. I need to check it.
Yeah.
So we're going to allow 77. All right, that's it. That's all I needed. I'm going to remember all that eventually. Yeah, we'll let him go up one more. And this would be like the transfer event, I guess, into the castle. So the player should be able to walk around here. Let's test. There we go. And it works beautiful. And you could walk into the castle here. Just be like, boom. Okay, so yeah, it can't be 28. It needs to be 27. Because in the middle of the map, you have the scrollage going on.
Oh, did you know that that pig has a graphical error?
Yeah, you pointed that out.
Ah.
Okay, so let's do 27. 27. 27. 27. 27. Okay. And then right here, oh, also need to rename it. This will be backdrop _ sand castle. We'll just call it castle in the game. All right, so now that it's 27, let's walk back and forth and see if there's any big like screen scrollage that causes like a delay. So we're walking right, and then, I mean, just slightly, bang. I'm okay with that. A little bit of bang. Okay, I'm all right with that. Bang. Yeah, that's fine. Bang, 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 bang. It's so minor. Bang. Because there's a little bit of scrollage, but you don't notice because it's half a tile. So 27 by 15 it is. Let's actually write that down. Let me write that down on my whiteboard. Not 28. 27, yo.
Really? 27?
27. This is 2 reasons why you want 27. 27 will give you a midpoint.
Yes, you want it to be an odd number for the width. Always make your maps an odd number for the width.
That way there's an actual center of the map.
Yep.
And also, it's better for 16 by 9 when you're walking across a parallax background. If you just want it to be one screen. Yeah, there's a tiny bit because 27 is actually 12, but yeah, 90. There's 16 frames, right? There's less than half of a, because 48 by 48 is 24. So there's less than 24 pixels that it has to like scroll across. So it's got to scroll an extra 16 pixels when it walks left to right. But that's so minor, you don't notice that much. But you will notice what's 16 plus 48. 54, right?
Sure. I'm just going to trust your mathing.
I like mapping with MZ. NMZ with MV RTP, says Joan Elias. Okay. Hey, if that's what you like to do.
Yeah, well, to be completely honest, MV RTP was better than MZ's RTP in my opinion.
Ooh.
It matched. Like, this is the first thing I have to do.
Microphone drop.
Here's the thing. I'm not even going to use RTP. I'm not going to use it. But it bothered me so much that there were no matching carpets for the damn carpeted stairs that I had to go and make them.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't sleep at night.
You can put a link to your carpets that you made.
I made carpets that match the carpeted stairs. I made caves that actually fit on the mountains.
Yeah.
And then also the wall, like, doors, which fit with nothing. Like,
Yep.
what were they even there for?
I have no idea.
I made them fit with the walls on the world map.
Yes.
And then also I made an inside C tile set where things actually fit on tables.
Hell yeah. So now your plates and your wine bottles will fit on the tables. You just have to go to the RPG Maker web forum and download the free assets that T has made for you guys.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And here's the thing. I'm not even going to use RTP, but those things bothered me.
So much that you had to fix a problem that was...
I had to fix them.
Yeah.
They were driving me nuts.
Yep. So yeah, put a link.
Here's the link if you guys want it.
There you go.
For the inside C, you can just swap out the entire tile set.
Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to make a video saying before a 1-minute promo for these, just to be like, are you tired of your wine bottles not sitting on your tables properly? Now they can. Are you tired of the caves poking out of the mountains looking like there's two images stacked on top of each other instead of one image? Now they look right.
Yeah.
And then like we could make a 1-minute little promo with linking to the forum.
Yeah, you see, this is the thing. After I spent all day working on Inside C, which actually was more than a day because GIMP corrupted my original file and I had to start over. I was like, I am not fixing any more RTP. I'm not even going to use it. Why am I fixing this? I'm probably going to fix it again. I don't know.
You're probably going to fix more.
I'm probably going to find something else that bothers me and fix it.
Yeah, that just happens, and it's okay. It's okay. Let's do one more backdrop in our game. IMG Battlebacks 1. Let's take this temple thingy.
Yeah, Song of the Loop. I do plan on getting the Trinity tile sets eventually, because what I use typically is FSM, but it fits perfectly with RTP. So that seems like a very good RTP pack to have.
FSM is one of the best sellers for all the DLCs.
Yeah, I love FSM. It's great.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
The thing about FSM, though, is if you use it, you do need to know some photo manipulation, like using GIMP or Photoshop, because the way the shelves are lined up and the tables and all that are lined up is a little different than MV. So you have to fix them if you're going to put them together. It's not plug and play. Or MZ. I keep saying MV. I gotta get with the program.
Get with the program.
Out with the old, in with the new.
File, save as. This is going to be a backdrop for the Colosseum. The Colosseum.
Yeah, first seed material, Song of the Loot.
We're definitely going to have a Colosseum in this game.
The inside C tile set is not perfect. I'm gonna confess to you guys right now. There's a couple shadows that I should probably redo, but I finished it at 3 in the morning and I was like, I am uploading this, damn it. Because I'd been working on it all day. So I probably will go back and fix a couple of the shadows. A couple of them are a little sloppy, and one of them at least has a double overlap shadow on 1 pixel. But they look great on the map. You can't even tell. It's just me.
Wait, how do you spell Colosseum?
And I hate how I had to squish the balance so much to get it to fit on 48 by 48. But it does fit. But it's a very squished balance.
It works.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oops.
Yeah, I agree. The way the first seed tile set places their shelves is better. If you're going to change one to match the other, I would change MV or MZ to match first seed.
Yeah. Marcus Jackson asks, do you have a video tutorial for the R route tabs, meaning /
Do you mean region tab?
Region tabs?
If so, then yes.
Yeah.
I actually did a little tutorial on that. It could be expanded on, but it'll give you an idea of what they're used for.
Is that out already?
Yeah.
We did that. Yeah,
It
that-
is, yeah.
That's in the sponsored by Dejica series. Actually,
The Basics series.
the basic
tutorial
series. You should definitely watch the basic series. We go very like, this is stuff you need to know. Very easy,
Comprehensive.
very comprehensive, but like beginner. Like
Yeah.
starting off, it's very slow. Like if you already know how to use the engine,
Right.
But it's made to get people who don't know how to use the engine into the ability to use the
valuable
engine.
for people that have used it, though. I've used it for 3 years, and going through the documentation and the threads and just researching each tutorial before I made it, I learned a lot. Things that I thought I knew, I didn't know, and those are in the tutorials too. Those things that I thought I knew. I know I saw you a couple times like, wait, what does this go for? What does this do exactly? And you had to test it and figure out exactly what it did before you could explain it in the tutorial.
Which ones? I think pretty much.
What, you think I'm going to remember the specific one?
Well, I mean,
Nope.
when it comes down to it, I know everything.
Oh my gosh.
So-
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you're referring to. Which one did I not know in our tutorials?
Never mind. Forget I said that.
There
Anyways,
might have
I
been.
learned a lot.
There might have
from
been
this
one
tutorial
button I
series.
didn't know. Which one was it? Because I
You're so funny.
point it out. Tell me which one I didn't know. Because
Picture it didn't happen.
picks or it did not happen. Anyway, I think we need to end the stream.
Oh, Candace, I completely agree. The Trinity DLC page is just sadly lacking screenshots. I don't get it. It's like
There's
$35.
so much there.
There's so much to
There's
show
like
off.
1,000 things in that package. We're definitely going to get it.
I can tell you, if
it's
you
by
have
itself.
any trust in me whatsoever,
It's
it
on sale.
is worth $35. If you are strapped on income, just wait for it to go on sale, and it would be even more worth whatever price it is. But it is worth $35. It's got a ton in it.
Here are the packs: Arabia Steampunk, China Dark World.
China.
You didn't capitalize it, okay? Japan Futuristic. China.
Drifty knows everything.
Because I know all of it. My name. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I got enough backdrops. We did some stuff today. Oh my god, we got maps in the game. We got some basic backdrop maps so that I can make stuff happen. Like, for example, I'll do an event in here. We'll make a quick little auto run. And this will be like, now that we're in town, actually, we just don't even need a narrator. Do we need to show text? Let's just go straight to show choices.
Yeah, if you don't need to use the
rest
assets now,
at the
there's no
end.
reason why you shouldn't just wait for a sale. Wait for a sale and then add it to your assets. I highly recommend doing that.
Oops. Shop for items, shop for weapons, shop for armors. Or, gosh dang it. Leave town will be the 5th. So cancel will be, no, we're going to disallow cancel. And the default choice will be resting at the end, dim, in the middle, okay.
See, the thing about the Trinity pack is that it was the original assets for a console version, the PS4 version. Is that what it was?
What?
The Trinity pack?
It was
for the PS4.
PS4 MV, right?
Right, and because you can't get custom assets or import custom
Oh no, it was
assets-
Switch.
No, Switch just came out.
Trinity Pack was the Switch one,
Switch
wasn't it?
just released.
No, PS4 one just released.
No, PS4's been out.
Okay.
Switch just released, PS4's been out.
I was pretty sure that the Switch version was already
You
out.
remember SRD's post where he had a little box
Yeah.
with a Switch
Uh-huh.
for the RPG version? He just got it.
The Japanese version?
Yeah, it just released. People are just now getting it.
No, it's been out for a while. Ah!
Anyways,
When
the Trinity
did
pack.
Trinity RPG Maker come out?
The Trinity pack was made for a console version where you couldn't import custom assets. So it came with a ton of assets that you can use, and that's the Trinity pack.
Check this out. Guys, hold on. Check this out. Japanese title, RPG Tsukuru MV. December 17th, 2015. So just a few months after the PC release, right?
That is PC.
Okay.
Microsoft Windows.
Okay, yeah,
Mac OS,
right.
Linux.
But this is, it came out. Japanese release dates. Okay.
Yeah. See, PS4.
And then
been out since
RPG
2018.
Sekiro Fez for 3DS came out a while ago. And then Sekiro MV Trinity for PlayStation 4 came out in 2018
Yeah.
for the Switch and PS4.
Yeah, but the Switch
2
didn't
years
actually,
ago.
The Switch didn't actually come out. It was delayed.
No, it did.
No, it was delayed. Guys, does anybody know this information?
The MV Trinity on PS4 and Switch came out in late 2018.
Okay, I gotta look this up.
And then MZ just came out.
August 29th, 2019.
Wait, where do you see this?
Hold on a minute. That's don't listen. Don't look at me.
That's like different. That's not it. No.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, it's been out. Now, I don't know why SRD got his like fucking 2 years late. That's stupid. But
Wait a minute. RPG Maker MV Switch and PS4 versions arriving in September 2020. It's
What?
been quite some time since RPG Maker MV Switch and PlayStation 4 versions were supposed to be released outside
Oh my
of
God.
Japan. But now there's a ray of light. We know when it will appear in the West.
Oh, I know
it
what's
will show
happening,
up first
yeah.
in North America on September 8th, 2020.
Oh, okay.
2020, sorry.
So it just came out in America and the United States.
for both of them, the
Right.
Switch and the PS4.
But it did come. So technically, we're both right because
Yep.
I'm right saying it did come out 2 years ago, but it took 2 years to get it in
depends on
English.
how you look at it. Are you a glass half full kind of guy, or a glass half empty?
Thank
kind
you
of guy?
guys for coming to the live stream
Because if you're a
today.
glass half empty kind of guy, we're both wrong.
Appreciate you very much. Thank you for coming. Jonah Lies, VeroClaw23, Song of the Loot, generic Google. The Trinity Pack literally has 96 background music. That alone is worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Trinity Pack is flipping massive,
It's
man.
huge.
Because
It's-
they were unable to add their own stuff, so they know. So they packed it full of stuff so that you wouldn't have to create your own stuff to make your own games because you can't. You cannot do it.
You can't.
You cannot do it on
Can't
the
do
PS4 and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's why it's packed so full of stuff. And I'm glad that they're releasing it for us because I definitely want to get my hands on that and throw that
That
in our
makes me
project.
want to buy a Switch, actually, more.
Why?
Because I want to do Switch MV stuff.
Just for like tutorials. We have an Elgato capture, so we could totally.
Can you Elgato capture a Switch?
Yes, yes, you can. You can. Yes, our Elgato capture card can connect to the Switch and then to the PC,
What?
so that we can record on like a box of on OBS.
I just want a new
the stream.
Wii. Isn't that the new Wii?
All right.
I want a Wii with a store that works.
Thank you, Vino, for being here. Song of the Loot, Jonah Lies, Jacob Burkhart.
Burkrat.
I'm sorry,
Better
Jacob
ghetto.
Burkhart. I love T stuff on the forums.
Thank you. It's very nice of you to say.
One of the threads I follow.
Aw.
You've got a fan here. Don, super cool, totally awesome gaming channel. Thank you so much. He says he still needs to learn more about MV. Well, we got like 400 tutorials now. So
Here's
go
the
for it.
thing, the MZ tutorials that we're putting out, like 95% of the information also applies to MV. So
Yeah.
don't let the title fool you.
Right. The basics of MZ will so far will completely apply to MV minus one episode about the animations
Yep.
tab.
Everything
So
else applies to
We've already put out
MV.
19 videos on MZ,
Right.
like for Dejica, sponsored 19 sponsored videos.
Videos.
Videos, the basics. And all but one of those
Almost completely applies.
will apply to MV.
Almost completely. If-
Almost all of them will work the same, no matter
Right.
what engine you're using.
I don't know how Drifty did it, but when I saw a new feature in MZ, I made sure to mention that it was a new feature for MZ. So if it doesn't completely apply, you should know.
I did that too. I said this is new to MZ, and
Right.
I was referring to a lot on the animation. I did say that quite a bit. Marcus Jackson, thank you so much. Rule 77 allows your character to walk on any terrain. Do you have a video of the routes, numbers, meaning uses? The reason why it's not like a rule, Marcus, that's because I set it in there. I defined it. So let's go back to I want to clear something up. This is in the events move core. If we go to, where the frick is it? Region rulings? Region rulings. Yep. You double click on region rulings. And then if you want to allow people to walk on a tile that you paint, you double click on here, all allow. and then you put in a number that you want. You could put in any number you want as long as there's a region for it. So go like 1 to 200 or something, or 256. I don't know how far it goes up to. How far does it go up to? I have to know now, because I know everything, and when I don't, I must know everything. I'm right. It's 256 because 0 mother.
Oh, wait, before we go, does anybody know if there's any type of hard limit for the icon sheet?
Now,
how many rows you can have? Because the width is set, but how many rows can you have?
As much as your computer can render in time.
That's what I'm understanding, but I figured I'd throw that question out there.
Safe
I'd
number?
Set it free like a bird, because
safe number, a few thousand. I would say 5,000.
I would recommend 2,000.
5,000 will run on almost anyone's
How
computer.
many icons does a person need for their game?
I think 5,000 is more than you need, and you shouldn't go past 5,000.
Yeah.
But I think it should run 5,000 on even the slowest computers before
think so?
it draws. Because what will happen after I've done 30,000, and what happens is it draws black boxes.
Yeah.
At least with my old computer, it might work with this one.
Or
But
it just doesn't draw at all. I've heard that too.
Yeah, it doesn't draw at all, or it draws black boxes.
Right.
And so, basically, you're going to want to keep that number as small as you can possibly make it, as long as, with some creative freedom that you can have plenty to choose from. So I'm using approximately 4,000 icons in this project, which is way more than I need. So I'm happy with that, and I don't think I'll push too many more icons. In fact, I told people, stop sending me icons, and I'm not going to put them in my games anymore. That's it.
Well, see, my next tutorial is talking about the image specs for just about everything. I'll do then sprite sheets, tile sets, and side view battlers. And so I want to make sure I have the right information.
Right.
So I don't sound stupid forever. Immortalized in YouTube's...
On the internet.
in the YouTubes.
Cole Locan, thank you for being here. Journalize, Polka Latte, Miss Lily 200, Nimble Fox.
Ooh, Everton Era is saying that if he tries to use the escape commands for anything past 1,000, it doesn't show. I'm going to have to test that. Thank you for that information.
I tried showing the icon for item 1001, and it does not show in the messages. Well, there's a reason.
Somebody's saying that was a bug.
That's
in a
not
VS
icon.
script.
That's not icon. That's item, right?
No.
Item.
That's icon.
Icon 2000.
Isn't it icon?
If you say item, that's /I. But if you want icon, it's just /I. Because if you type in, let me explain for those of you who don't understand how it works. If you type /I and then in parentheses you put a number, it's going to replace this symbol with the icon in your icon set that is number 1.
Right.
Now, if you do II, it doesn't work that way. This is taking the icon for the item in that slot. So if I did II of 1, it's going to... I know, but let me just explain this. It's different.
Sure. Sorry. I'll be good.
Where the fuck was it? Here it is. If you do /II1, it's going to take this item and then look at whatever icon it has and then display that. So, and in this case, it would be nothing.
I failed to see what that has to do with this comment, because he didn't do that.
Because he said item.
Oh.
Because he typed item, and that's what triggered it.
Oh, okay.
I have to go. I gotta go, guys.
Oh, but
Thank you so much.
One of the things the comments mentioned is that maybe a VS script bug. One of the plugins may have caused that. Visual plugins. Apparently they fixed it.
Okay.
There was like a cap of 1,000.
Really?
That's what they're saying right here. Where is it? 1,000 was a bug in one of the VS scripts, which has been fixed in an update.
That's awesome. Thank you, Cole Camp.
Yeah, thank you.
Phoenix Fire Games, thank you for being here. Nicola Angara. Your bro. Veraclaw 23. Patrizul. Skepsis D. Song of the Lute. Ellen Edwin Waffles. All of the early crew, Super Chatters, and all the members, Sector 03, Phoenix Fire Games, Electro Ninjas Lab, and the early crew. Love you guys very much.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 o'clock EST. Go watch the PS5 thing. Bye-bye.
Bye.